Good morning. I'm down to 120 acres left to plant. Has to be worked and planted, but we have an issue. You remember the tractor tire I've been battling with? Yeah, it's flat again. So, tire company's coming out this morning and we're getting a brand new tire put on. This one is cracked very bad. All through here. And the cracks actually go all the way through the tire itself, and it keeps chafing tubes and blowing tubes. So at this point we need to put a new tire on. They have one in stock. They're coming out this morning to put one on. I'm waiting for a load of seed to arrive today also, and then hopefully I can go plug away at some ground. They're talking rain tomorrow, so we'll see what we get done today. So while I'm waiting for the tire people and seed, things like that, the handle for this closing wheel apparatus has come in. I'm going to pick that up, put that on. That way I don't have to deal with that anymore. And I think I'm going to walk around the planters and just make sure there's no more bad bearings and disc openers, and go from there. Well, I got my handle on. Works good. And then I started looking at the other ones and I put it on backwards. Yeah, well, it is what it is. See how the curve on this one goes back, curve forward, curve back, curve back. Oh well, I'm not changing it now. Alright, tire guys finally showed up. They're going to be putting on the new tire. My seed delivery showed up. I filled the planters already. I'm going to take the seed tender down to the next field just to make sure that it's ready to go. And if it's ready to go, I'm going to drop the seed tender there, bring my truck back, see how close they are being done there. And if they're still working on this tire, then maybe I'll take the planters down there and bring the little tractor back, and by then they should be done and I can take the big tractor down and start working ground. At least that's my thought. We'll see. I figured while I'm out here and I have the little tractor, I'm gonna drive around and see how dry the fields are. This big field's got a couple wet holes, but I kind of anticipated some wet holes I anticipated going around a few wet holes. So we're going to see how wet it is. Because to be perfectly honest with you, if they get that tractor done in a timely manner, and I can get everything down here in a timely manner and working ground, I might just pull an all-nighter and finish all this up completely. But we'll see. It all depends on how many wet spots are in this field. If there's a lot of wet spots in here, then I'm not going to worry about it. But if there's just a handful of wet spots, I might just run it and go around them. But we'll see. We'll drive around and find out. I'm currently in this little field that I started to work up last week, but it was just too wet. And I'm driving around it, driving through the spots that were just too wet before to go through. And I'm going through right now in two-wheel drive, so, but the little tractor plugs through almost anything. It does have some damp areas, but like right here, I will definitely stay out of that area. Circle around that one, but for the most part, I mean, just a couple little spots like that, I think we're going to be dealing with little wet spots here and there just because of how wet the spring is. Well, I drove around the field there and I ended up taking a phone call and talking on the phone for an hour. But anyway, that field can be worked. It can be worked, it can be planted, all of it can. There are a couple wet spots I'm gonna have to go around, but 99% of everything can be worked and planted. So I'm gonna, hopefully they'll get this tire done quick and I can go in full send mode and just give it. All right, let's see what happens. Even if they don't have the tire done yet, I can drive the planters down here. That way the planters are sitting here waiting for me. Maybe I'll do that. Woo-wee, look at that. Let's go get it dirty. Alright, I got the two little fields broke open and ready to be planted that I wanted to. I ended up, in the other field, I went around one wet spot. This field, I went around this spot right here, and then the little chunk right there next to the tree line. So that's not too bad, considering how wet it's been this year. So now I'm going to take the little tractor and run and get the planters so I can get these two fields planted, and then I'm going to look at the weather. I'm going to look at the hour of the day, because right now it's 2:45, and who knows, maybe we'll just keep rolling. Back and forth, planting. Alright, I got those two fields planted. I'm in the big tractor. It's 5:15, and this is my last field to plant, and then I'm all in and all done. This field needs to be worked. I'm hoping just once, because this is like an 80-acre field. But we'll see. We'll run over it, and if I gotta work it twice, whatever. I'm halfway through this field right now, and it's 10 minutes to 8. So hopefully I can get planting before dark. I want to at least make one headland before dark. That way, you know, you can see everything. We are officially planting right now, and it's 10 p.m. So I just started. Let's see how long it takes me to plant this 80-some acre field. All right, everybody. I am officially done. Planting season 2024 is over for us, and it is 2:45 in the morning. I gotta get the planters back to the barn, get my truck, come back, get the seed tender and get that in the barn, because rain is in the vicinity right now, according to radar. All right, guys, I got everything back in the barn for the rain that's coming. So now it's about 4:15 in the morning. I am going home and going to bed. I'll edit this later. All right, thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next one.